Hello and welcome back with another... Wait a second, something is definitely missing from this video. I know what it is. Want to beam up? Thank you, Mr. Scott. Hello and welcome back to another video of TREKKERPRISE. Well, basically a couple of weeks ago I happened to be in Canada and I spent a really good time with my friend over Trek on the Tube with Sean. So we traveled down to this beautiful city in upstate New York, Ticonderoga, where they actually hold the Star Trek, the original series set tour. Throughout this video you're gonna see lots of pictures that really basically about the experience, although these pictures won't justify the experience itself. So if you will ever have the chance to go to Ticonderoga, to the upstate New York and visit the set, it's about an hour, going through the sets and having the guide talking through the sets. It's really a remarkable experience. So that's the sort of experience that a Trekkie must do. So yeah, so we arrived to this little beautiful town, and I remember seeing the place itself, and seeing all the Star Trek signs like visitors only, and there was even a giant sign saying Star Trek the original series set tour. Going into this place, right in the entrance you had the Gorn and the Soul Creature from the original series, just two puppets, two wax figurines, let's say. Obviously when you walk through the entrance there was a little place actually with glass displays. You have uniforms and props from the original series era, and it was truly remarkable seeing the Nomad, seeing all the gadgets and all the uniforms, and even a set photo. It was truly amazing to actually see all these little bits and pieces from the original series. So seeing the cameras and the equipment that they used actually filming for the original series, and they had pictures everywhere from the original series cast members and signed for James Cabley. As you all know, James Cabley, who played in Star Trek New Voyages, the fan series, he basically build up this set. So at the very beginning of this tour we got a little introduction of how the show actually opened up NASA's eye, and from NASA they actually called Gene Roddenberry like, how do you have opening doors, self-opening doors in the show? And they all know the story. They pulled the string and the door opened, and they just gave the sound effect later on by post-production. So it was really a fun and a good way to start this whole tour. Unfortunately we've been asked not to take videos, only photos, so although there's quite a lot of videos online showing the whole studio set, I don't really understand why we weren't able to make videos, but they asked for it, and by their respect I only took photographs. We only took photographs, so here we are. The first time you walk through this door and you go into the set is just something truly remarkable. You have this feeling like all of your bones and all of your body is just like shaking because you're there. The set itself is truly amazing. I can't press it enough. It's truly amazing. It feels like you're stepping on board the USS Enterprise. The first stop in the studio tour was actually the transporter room that we got to see the panels, got to see the paintings on the wall, and got to see the transporter itself, and we actually had a chance to get into the transporter. We actually had a really good fun, and Sean and me reacted this whole scene of the transporter signal and something goes wrong from the motion picture. It was truly amazing. We had lots of fun there as well. I really wanted to touch those buttons, but obviously they were off the limit, so the only thing that we've been able to do is to step on the transporter itself. But it was honestly, it's a truly remarkable experience, and even the sound effect of the whole rooms. So if you go into the transporter room, you have the same transporter room sound effect, and you have the corridor sound effect, and you have all the sound effects from the different rooms for the different rooms. So it's truly an experience. It's truly you walking through in this set. The next stop was the sickbay and Dr. McCoy's office. That office featured quite a few things from the original series, like the data chips, like tricorder and some skulls and skeletons and some medical devices. Even in the biobed area they had the biobeds, and I couldn't help myself, but I saw Khan actually sitting in that biobed. Your mind goes on in this case, and you can just see certain people in this particular set. The next room we went was the Captain Kirk's ready room, Captain Kirk's quarter. That was interesting actually to get to know they actually use the same sets for different rooms. So basically when they had to show Scotty's quarters, they just moved around the set, or when they had to show Spock's quarters, they actually moved around the sets as well. So they used one room for multiple crew members. That was actually quite interesting to know. One of the interesting things is with this set. They actually build up the set as they were in the original show, in the original time in the 60s. I know it's silly to say, but you even felt William Shatner's presence in that room, in a sense. Next up was the conference room that was lit very darkly, actually, and they had multiple props from different episodes. They had the tri-dimensional chess, they had some other board games, and obviously they had the flags, they had the view screen. The next room was the science lab that we saw a couple of times in the original series, and again I saw Dr. McCoy and Spock having an argument over a bunch of tribbles, and actually there were a tribble as well, so I happened to take some really cool close-ups from the props, from different liquids and different powders that they used in the show, and all the buttons and all the interesting features actually that room had. And obviously when we walked through the corridor, we happened to arrive to the main engineering, and next to the main engineering that was this beautiful set piece as well, the Jeffries tube that we saw Scotty walking and climbing up and fixing the core and fixing the Enterprise. And finally you enter the main engineering that obviously changed during the original series. So the engineering, the state that we saw, it was basically the season 2, season 3 set, not the season 1 set. So they had this giant control panel in the middle of the engineering, and seeing the warp coils and seeing all these buttons and you know, the upper stairs as well. Going forwards, the last room was the bridge itself. The much I want to describe this feeling, I can't. I think if I say the dream come true with that entrance to the set, it was something out of this world. It blew my mind, and walking through the corridors and walking through the set and seeing all the chairs and the buttons and the displays and hearing the sound effects and just you could see the whole crew in that set, and that's one of the most iconic set, the most iconic piece of the set in this tour, and in the terms of the series as well. You see the original series, and everything mainly happens in the bridge. And obviously the most exciting part was actually to sit in the captain's chair. That was the only thing that we were able to do, to sit in the captain's chair. I'm still feeling really happy and excited about the whole thing, just thinking about that and just sharing with this all you guys. That set is just beautiful, and it's amazing, and it's just a wow. Sitting down to the captain's chair and looking around and just seeing all the different pieces of the set. You're seeing the view screen, seeing the engineering station and the science station behind you, and you're just imagining the whole thing. Yeah, like you're the captain. You can see everyone in their place. Obviously our tour ended up there because that was the end. That was the best piece of the series, and they kept the best for the last. And I still want to go back. It's like, bring me back, Scotty, because I just want to be in that set again. The first bridge set that I've seen is the Enterprise D bridge set from Destination Star Trek Europe that happened a couple of years ago back in London. I've got quite emotional just seeing that one piece right in the front entrance, and you know, just seeing all the buttons and all the panels and the captain seats and everything, and it was just truly remarkable. And obviously I took a photo of myself as well, but seeing that was quite interesting, and actually stepping into this beautiful set in the US, it was honestly, it was a dream come true. And again, I would love to extend my special thank you for Sean over Trek on the Tube. If you don't know his channel, there's a link in the description box below, so please make sure you check it out. He's doing a really good job. He is a really remarkable person, and he's a really remarkable channel, so honestly, just go and have a look. I know this video won't really justify the effect of the original series set tour. I would totally recommend, if you will have a chance, anytime, totally recommend to go. They actually just announced William Shatner going into the exhibition as well in a couple of months, next year probably. The one thing that I didn't mention in this video, we happened to meet James Kevley himself as well, who was there, and we happened to have a little chat with him. Also, we happened to do a photo with him as well. That was truly amazing. And you might notice that I have a new set piece here. This little guy over there from the animated series is Glummer, who eats pink tribble. Well, it came with a pink tribble obviously, and I couldn't really resist, so I had to get one. Incredible memories and incredible time, and it was truly amazing to actually be there in this set. When I'm saying it's a dream come true, it is true. I think I've got too emotional with this video now. I'm feeling so excited again. So that was my little video about the Star Trek The Original Series set tour in Ticonderoga down in upstate New York. Please let me know in the comment section below if you've been there, if you enjoyed it, if you're planning to go there. If you haven't been there, I would totally recommend to go, and go with a friend. It's a nice experience to share it with someone. And until next time, live long and prosper. Garrett Enterprise, Mr. Scott, beam me back.